Hey, and welcome to the 3-day time management challenge. I'm so glad that you joined me. I'm your host, Jill, and I am the entrepreneur behind Living with Heart community. You've either found me through Facebook or Instagram, and either way, thank you so much for joining me here. And I know that you're going to get a lot of value out of this free time management challenge. So starting today, for the next 3 days, you're going to get a 5-minute masterclass from me. These videos I'm going to do my very best to stick to 5 minutes, give you so much value, pack it all in, and then give you a homework assignment at the end. So don't be scared of that. I promise it'll be a lot of fun, and I have a little incentive to encourage you to participate in that. So first off, as I said, I'm Jill. I have 2 kids. I'm an entrepreneur, and my goal is to support other working moms and help make their lives easier. I want to propel you to reach your goals faster, smarter, and have you eliminate mom guilt. Okay? So one of the ways that we can do that is by focusing on how we manage our time. And I know it feels overwhelming. I know it probably feels like you don't have time to learn how to manage your time. But how's the current strategy working for you? Existing on 4 hours sleep, endless cups of coffee. Is life any different than it was for you last year or 2 years ago? Has anything really changed? So if you're not making changes, things aren't going to change. So maybe now is the time for you to do something about that. And that is why I created this challenge. So by the end of our time together, you're going to have an arsenal of tools that are going to help you transform your time and really have the confidence to get started with it all. So you'll learn my best tips, tricks, routines, and habits that actually make a difference for me and move the needle in my life and my business. And I can't wait to share it with you. This is sort of an accumulation of all of the main time management tips that I've learned over my own self-education over the last 2 years. So we can dive right into the content because I know that's what you're here for. The first step is to do a time audit. So how much time do you really have? Take a look back at your calendar from last month, and I want you to go through and see what was an obligation, a have to, how much time you spent just wasting time, how much time did you schedule in for your priorities? Did you schedule them in, or did you just fit them in wherever you could? Get a good sense of how you spent your time last month, and then take a look now at your upcoming month. And what I want you to do is go through and schedule all of your priorities that you have to do. Any obligations, put it all in there, because you're going to be seeing how much time you actually have left. Okay, that's super important because you need to accept that and be okay with it. For me, that was a huge struggle, understanding I only have an hour a day. I'm in a season where I have small kids, I have to work full time to get my new business off the ground, and I only have an hour a day. And I need to be okay with that and just use it wisely, because it could be super stressful wanting to get more done than you have actually time available. Okay, so I want you also to schedule in your next month things that are important to you that you want to get done for your goals, because if you don't schedule them into your calendar, you are not going to find time to do them. It's super important to look back, understand where your time went, how much free time you actually have, and then schedule that free time so that you can accomplish your goals and move towards the things that you want to be spending more time on. Okay? The second thing I want to talk to you about today is one of my favorites, and it's called Eat Your Frog. When I was an event planner, one of the things that I would always tell the girls in the office around me is to eat your frog. And what that basically means is, if the first thing you did every day was eat a live frog, A, disgusting, but B, nothing else quite as bad can happen to you for the rest of the day. So the idea is you're going to be doing the most difficult thing first in your day before anything else. Just get it done. This can be, so that's your frog, the most difficult task. It can also be the most urgent task in terms of what's coming up first in your day, in your week, in your month, in terms of obligations. It can even be that thing that you're avoiding, that you really don't want to do, that you keep putting off. Your frog should be something that's hard for you to do. But if you do it first thing in the morning, you're going to free up so much energy in mind space to be able to work on the other things. You're going to have creative flow coming in because you're not constantly focused on this ugly, disgusting frog sitting on the corner of your desk just looking at you, waiting to be eaten. Do it first thing, okay? you're really going to be amazed at how you can achieve your goals a lot quicker. And the last thing is you need to create before you consume. So what I mean by that is before you go on social media, before you do any of that in the morning, you're going to be working on the thing that's important to you. Writing your book, working out, doing your gratitude journal, meal prep, whatever that thing is for you, you're going to do that before you open social media, before you turn on the news. Because once you do that, you're working on someone or something else's agenda, not your own. You're going to have much more success if you do your thing first, spend a couple minutes, that can be your frog, and then go out into the world, because it'll take you over. Because we know Facebook is a dumpster fire and the news is just doom and gloom, and that can really impact your mood and your motivation to get stuff done. So do it first. Focus on your stuff before you focus on other people's stuff. Okay, so I've gone past 5 minutes and my computer's about to die, but I did want to pack in those 3 tips for you. Time audit your calendar, eat your frog, and create before you consume. Those are my 3 tips for today, our first day of the time management challenge. But because it is a challenge, I've got some homework for you. Head on over to the Facebook page. You're going to see a homework post later today. And I want you to comment, engage, and tell me what you're doing as part of your homework today. And everyone who enters a comment or engages is going to be entered into a draw. I am giving away a 1-hour free coaching call with me. We'll be doing it right after the challenge is done, and you'll be able to talk through with me and strategize and figure out how to move forward on your big goal, whatever that is, okay? No BS, no obligations. It's free, and it is for you to add value. So go ahead. Don't leave the scene of learning without taking action, because knowledge is not power, action is power. So go take action, go to the Facebook group. I want you to do that now. My computer just died. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much.